Hi everyone, this is Justin from Justin's Alaska Eats. I am actually really excited to do this because we are going to compare and contrast different kinds of granolas, but a specific kind of granola, a snack granola. Granola isn't always used as a snack, right? But there are particular brands that we may or may not be familiar with that actually do that for hiking, for camping, or just for being at home as a healthier alternative to, gummy bears or candy or whatever, right? One of those companies that does that is Alaska's very own Elevated Oats. And I just did a review, a first taste review on their new granola cups, which are coming to Kaladi Brothers quite soon. So go ahead, look at my Instagram, look at my Facebook, and check that out. But I wanted to compare and contrast a couple of different same flavored snack granolas. Snack granola is a little bit interesting. When you open up a fresh bag of something and you just kind of like want to nom on it, a lot of things go in your mind about what you expect it to taste like and the elements that compose this giant thing that make you want to continue eating it, right? With chips, for example, potato chips, Frito-Lay's stuff, it's just the saltiness, right? There's just a little bit of saltiness or salty flavor that, like Pringles say, once you pop, you can't stop. And before you know it, 80% of the can is gone or the bag is gone. Same with crunchy pretzels, Cheez-Its, even chicken on a biscuit or Triscuits, like it's that kind of flair. Granola doesn't really have that. I don't expect to have this big, salty, addictive snap whenever I get into it. And so the flavors really got a hit for me. Um, you know, like I said in the granola cups review, sometimes I will put, or usually I'll put granola in like yogurt, Greek yogurt, and putting, fresh fruits in it, berries, especially blueberries, but also blackberries. Are you laughing at me?
Yes.
Just making sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A lot of stuff you can put in yogurt to make it, tolerable if you don't like it, and a lot better if you do like it. Granola is one of those things, and that's usually how I eat it. I don't really eat it as a snack. Elevated Oats incentivizes me otherwise, right? Because their flavors are absolutely amazing. And they have some really special flavors, like the cranberry cashew, the orange creamsicle. But we wanted to talk about the salted cocoa crunch specifically, and two, I'd like to say competitors, right? And so I just want to dip into all of these and share my thoughts. Let's do it. So the first one I want to try is this Purely Elizabeth. I don't know who Elizabeth is. She seems like a nice lady. Chocolate sea salt plus probiotics. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed about Purely Elizabeth, is that these are giant clusters. Mina, what's the granola bars you like so much?
The Nature Valley one.
Nature Valley, right, in the green packaging, right?
Yes.
So the thing we were talking about that earlier, and she loves those. They're super crumbly. They just make a apocalyptic mess in their wake. They're good for putting in your hand and crushing it in deep, deep seated anger and letting it go and it pouring into a bowl of yogurt or fresh fruit or whatever. This reminds me of that because these are giant chunks. These look like a bar that they just broke pieces off, right? These are really fat chunks, and I kind of like that as far as a snack goes. You look at it and you're like, okay, I know this is supposed to be a snack. Mmm. Mmm. The flavor hits you first. The more you bite into that cluster, the more you get the saltiness, and the more you kind of taste that coconut. One thing I expect with chocolate granola, because that's a really delicate thing, is I want it to taste more like dark chocolate and not milk chocolate. Ice cream, candy, cookies, I expect that sugary, very, very sweet, non-bitter whatsoever, not even bittersweet whatsoever, chocolatey, Hershey's chocolatey kind of vibe. Have you ever had dark chocolate, really dark chocolate, or raw cocoa? You know it doesn't taste like that. It's not supposed to taste like it has a whole lot of sugar in it. If you like that sweetness, then this might be for you, but This kind of reminds me of like a chocolate graham cracker. That's kind of the flavor that I'm getting. The consistency, it tastes like granola for the most part, but it also tastes graham crackery because it tastes like junk food a little bit, but you know that it's not. You know it's very, very healthy for you. So this is Good and Gather. To be absolutely honest, I've never even heard of this. Apparently it's at Target. So this double chocolate chunk granola, you can look at it through the bag and it's actually visibly darker than the other stuff. So this will probably taste more like how I'd like it to taste instead of milk chocolate, you know? This has fewer ingredients than the other one. So you can take a look at this and see it's very, very dark. It's all about that chocolate, as the name suggests. Not really coconutty or anything like that. Whoa.
Oh, I heard that crunch back here.
You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
First thing I noticed, mega crunchy. It's crispy even. Crispiness, that term seems to denote thinness, like a cracker. That's not what I mean. It's thick, right? But yeah, it's like a crispiness that's like lacking in the other one, which is really interesting. Now, this doesn't taste like it has any coconut in it. I read the ingredients and I didn't see any. I don't taste any. In fact, there's two things also that I'm really noticing about this. Actually, three. This is very, very crumbly. Let me just show you the whole rest of the bag, like, right? It doesn't look like these are like giant, like, you know what I'm saying, giant fat chunks. You just pull one out and it's just like a giant cluster, right? This just looks like a bunch of crumbs, comparatively speaking, which is not a bad thing at all. In fact, that'll probably make it feel like there's more in it. There's not a lot of salt. In fact, right on the cover it says low sodium. Whole grain, you can taste that, but it does taste dark chocolatey. Very chocolatey. Almost no sodium. Very flavorful. This ain't bad. Well, finally, we're gonna do it local. Salted cocoa crunch. It's not a lot of ingredients to it. Organic maple syrup, organic gluten-free rolled oats, almonds, organic cocoa powder, chia seeds, which is also organic, cinnamon, salt, coconut chips, which you can visibly see in here. It's almost, as far as consistency and the way it looks, it's a mixture of this where it's like crumbly and stuff like that, and this where it's in giant chunks. It's like right in the middle of these two. So you dig in just blind, and you might grab a little tiny one that looks like this one over here, but you might grab a big one that looks like the other one over here. And if you're looking at it, it's let me see here. It's a little bit darker than the Pure Elizabeth, but it's definitely lighter. It's definitely lighter than the Good and Gather, right? This is why I think Elevated Oats uses coarse salt, because even though there is less salt in here, less sodium in there than there is here, I taste this more. This is almost a saltier snack, which is incredible. The chunks are thicker. They don't break apart as easily as they do with these ones. It's richer in terms of thickness and in flavor. The dark chocolate, which it does taste like dark chocolate, not milk chocolate. The taste of the salted and the chocolate and the salt mixed with the coconut, unbeatable flavor. Even just this review right here, man. This is so good in its own way. This is so good in its own way. For me personally, this is my favorite. I'd love to talk about what you guys would pick. I would like to talk about what other brands out there, local or otherwise, are making specifically chocolate granola. I don't do a lot of compare and contrast videos and stuff like that, so I'm really happy I have the opportunity to do this. They're all very, very good. They're all very good. But the reality is that, for me personally, this is my reality. It doesn't have to be yours. But mine, the salted cocoa crunch is the best out of all three of these. As far as the flavor, as far as how I react to it, and maybe there's a bias there because I've had this longer. Like, this is the first time I've ever had these two, and I know this flavor is familiar, right? But if I had to choose one bag to keep eating right now, it would be this one. It's not too thin like this one. It's not too thick like this one. It's just right. I hope that enlightens you guys. I hope that encourages you to go out and compare and contrast as well. And I also hope this encourages you to look for other local brands and support them. You know what I mean? This is all about Elevated Oats. You know what I mean? I'm going to support them until I die. I'm always going to be buying their products up. I'm always going to be hyping their products up because I know and believe in their products. I believe in the people that work there. I've seen the factory. I've seen the processes. And I've been following for a long time now. You guys probably have too. And you know what Megan's about. You know what Elevated Oats is all about. Nothing but diehard support for me. Don't take my word for it. Get out there, experiment, talk about it amongst yourselves. Whether you're a foodie, whether you're a human who eats food, whether you hate food, be brave, okay? Just do something different for once. Get out there and see what you like. You guys know what I like. I want to hear from you guys. So shout out to Elevated Oats. Shout out to these other brands, Purely Elizabeth and Good and Gather. They all make really good chocolate granola snack granola. But this is my winner. I want to hear about your guys'. So have a good weekend. We'll talk soon.